Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to another Manchester United transfer stream. I haven't done one for the last 2 days, so I thought I'd try and discuss and update you guys on the latest Manchester United transfer news. And yes, 2 stories today we're going to talk about instead of the usual one. But I'm sure we'll get on to multiple other conversation points throughout the stream. Welcome Matthew Jones, welcome to the stream mate, thanks for joining. Welcome Liam, welcome to the stream mate, thanks for joining guys. Please leave a like if you haven't already as well. Welcome Nicholas, thanks for joining. So, as you can see, 2 topics of discussion tonight. Milinkovic-Savic and the possibility of Victor Lindelof going to Everton. So, you know, just a few of the current transfer stories, and also you guys can have your say in the live chat as well on anything else, anything at all, anything you want to ask or comment on, leave it in the live chat. Matthew, I mean, we might try and take calls tonight. Obviously, the calls would be on Skype, but I will try. Well, we might take calls tonight. I'll tell you if we are or not, just because the stream sometimes. If the stream's not lagging, then if the stream's not lagging, then we probably will have a go at taking calls. But yes, Nicholas already comes in here and says, no, don't send Lindelof. Everton, stay in your lane. Well, I mean, there's even reports of. I mean, another one I'm going to talk about as well on the stream is the report that, which I think is absolute bollocks, by the way, Marcus Rashford possibly going to Newcastle on loan. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? But, I mean, I'll talk about that later. Welcome DLM75 to stream. His channel's in the link in the description, as well as United Lads in the description down below. Go and check them all out in the description. And also, if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter for regular Twitter updates. So, first off, Milinkovic-Savic. Now, he has announced recently that he'll make a decision on his future after the World Cup. Now, in his words, he said that obviously there's a lot of he can't help but notice all the speculation around his transfer rumours and things like that. And he said himself in an interview that he will make a decision about his future at the end of the World Cup. So this deal, we now know, won't be going through until after the World Cup is finished. So, you know, at least that gives us a bit of closure with that. Welcome, Mr. Money Gaming. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. But yeah, Milinkovic-Savic, obviously, some people thought we could get his deal done before the World Cup. Unfortunately, unfortunately, we weren't able to get that deal over the line. But maybe after the World Cup, the fact that he's even suggesting that he's going to have to make a decision means that he's definitely thinking about moving and potentially moving to Manchester United. And I think that is the main transfer target. I haven't seen many other clubs being in for him, possibly Real Madrid. So, yeah, I mean, as I said, you guys leave your thoughts on the live chat on that. Let's read a few of the comments. Already loads of comments coming in. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Matthew Jones says, Lindelof to Everton for me, not going to happen. Last season we needed a partnership at the back. He needs regular game time, which he didn't get. I always say that players should get 2 years at the club. I think that, I think that's a very philosophical approach, because I do think Lindelof didn't get the chances that he deserved at Man United last season. Obviously, he only really got well, he played in that Huddersfield away game and got absolutely rinsed by most Man United fans, and clearly Jose Mourinho as well. And he wasn't played for a while. Then came back against Newcastle and smashed it. And I thought his performances towards the end of the season were great. And for me, I think if Lindelof played in the FA Cup final, we wouldn't have conceded the goals that we did. So I think Lindelof, I agree, mate, does. Yeah, I do agree that Lindelof does deserve more time at the club, but we will get to him in just a second. Mr. Money Gaming, welcome to stream. As I might have already said that, but welcome to Mr. Money Gaming. Thanks for joining. Liam A7 says, look at John Stones. He was pish first season, and now he's really good. Yeah, he has done quite well for Man City, I've got to say, reluctantly. John Stones is a decent young player, and he does seem to be starting to come into his own, and we might see him next season be a real contender for that normal centre back spot for Man City. So hopefully he does well at the World Cup from an England point of view. But you know, I think, yeah, he's definitely got a lot more development to go. Victor Lindelof. No, sorry. John Stones, and hopefully, you know, for England's sake, he can show his true ability at the World Cup. But yeah, I think Lindelof, as you guys have been saying, I think Lindelof does deserve more of a chance. So, yes. Let's see. DNM says, Kieran, why haven't you been using my logo or studio I made you? I'm obviously using your logo actually on the what's it? I'm using the logo on the thumbnail of this video. If you look at the thumbnail of the video, I've changed the logo from the kind of yellow one to the red one. But obviously, I'm not using the studio at the moment just because. And I do apologise for this, but I'm still, you know, the problems with lag and things like that probably will only be fixed if I get a new PC, really. And right now, I don't have the money to do that. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to settle with what we've got right here, which is unfortunate. But you know, we're gonna have to deal with it, and hopefully you guys will still be tuning in to the streams and things like that, and still be entertained with the streams as well. Nicholas says Lindelof was unfairly dropped. He's going to be quality best centre back next year. Yeah, I think Lindelof is definitely a contender. I mean, I'm not sure why he wasn't used. Obviously, Jose Mourinho looked like he preferred, you know, yeah, he preferred Smalling and Jones over Victor Lindelof. Where, you know, I'm not sure if that was the right decision. But, you know, that's what he went with. And hopefully, I want to see Lindelof get more opportunities next season. But some, I guess, will argue, yeah, I think, I mean, some may argue that for Lindelof's career and his playing time, he'll need to go to a club like Everton just to get more experience and playing time. I'm not sure. Matthew Jones says, we saw Lindelof get 4 or 5 games consecutively, and it looked like he played with more confidence. He's definitely a player that needs regular game time. Yeah, and I think there's a lot of players in our team that do warrant regular game time and need that confidence building up their play, and over time they'll become brilliant. But yeah, Dylan says, I agree, Lindelof is a top player. I thought it was disgusting when a lot of Man United fans said, get rid of him, when he had a bad game against Huddersfield. Yeah, one bad game, really his first game in the Premier League, and all the Man United fans, you know, most Man United fans anyway, some still support him, but a lot of Man United fans almost turned their back on him, said, you know, he needs so much more getting used to. But lo and behold, in his second, in his second Premier League game he played, I thought he did very, very well. Matthew Jones says, everyone like the video, share and subscribe if you haven't already. Yes, if you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to all the channels in the description down below as well. Matthew Coyle, welcome to the stream, thanks for joining. He says, yeah, Lindelof much better when given confidence through games. I could not agree more. Matthew Jones says, Lukaku got 2 goals for Belgium tonight. Wow. I tell you what though, I don't want Belgium doing well before the World Cup. Obviously the fact that they are in England's group. So if Belgium do well at the World Cup, we might suffer from it. In fact, we will definitely suffer from it. DLM said, it's alright mate, just saying, also change the watermark at the bottom corner, still your old logo. Oh, fair enough mate, I will change that, don't you worry. Yeah, I do apologise for that. Nicholas says, thoughts on us getting linked to Mbappe? Would you do a Martial and 100 mil for Mbappe? Well, I actually was thinking about doing a stream about Mbappe really tonight, because I did see us being linked with him, but I just thought it was so far-fetched that no way we were going to get Kylian Mbappe, no way, so I didn't do it. But I will make a comment on it actually whilst we're here, and you guys can have your say in the live chat as well. I think, you know, if Mbappe came to United, I think it'd be a brilliant signing, but the amount of money that we'd have to pay for him, I don't think would be enough. No, I don't think would be justifiable, you know, because Mbappe's still a very young player, looks like could be one of the best young talents we've seen in ages, but I just don't think that, you know, 100 million plus Martial's worth it at the moment. Maybe 70, 80 million, but I wouldn't want to get rid of Martial and 100 million just for Mbappe, although I think, obviously, yes, Mbappe, you could argue, could come in, play on that right wing position and be the exact player that we need, but who knows if he'll be able to adapt to the Premier League? Who knows if, you know, he won't have a great season? I think, I just don't know. Mbappe's one of those players who, yes, has proven himself on the highest level, but, you know, in the Premier League, it's a whole different kettle of fish. It really is, so I don't know. Liam says, Kieran, what's more of a one-team league, French league or a Scottish league? Well, it's very, very interesting. Obviously, French league, PSG won the title this season. However, Monaco won it last season, even though PSG, seems to always win it. There has been a bit of a diversity of winners in the last 10 years. If you look at the Scottish League, Celtic have won it, last 7 years in a row? So at the moment, I would say the Scottish League, but if Rangers ever get back into that sort of on the same parallels as Celtic, then I don't know, but I think as of right now, I'm not sure if you agree with me, Liam, or anyone else watching, but I think the Scottish League is probably more of a one-team league. But that's just my opinion on that. But as I said, you guys leave your thoughts and I'll happily respond to them. Matthew Jones says Mbappe would fit into that number 10 position. He would link up with Lukaku well. Would mean that Mata or Lingard would have to leave. Yeah, I mean that is true. Obviously, if we keep bringing in these attacking players, the same thing that I said with Gareth Bale. The fact that if we bring in these players, these top attacking players, we're gonna have to get rid of players. And I think Juan Mata is probably one of the top candidates to leave Manchester United if we do bring in an Mbappe or a Bale or Griezmann. So, yeah, I agree, mate. I definitely agree. DLM says, and Lukaku is another player who has got a lot of stick last season, which is disgusting. He's got 27 all season from feeding off scraps. That's good. Just imagine him with good service. He would be double. Yeah, I think... And also, he got an injury as well, which really didn't help him towards the end of the season. And I think if he didn't get that injury... in the last few games of the season, he could have definitely got his tally up to 30, even more. And yes, he did have that drought kind of in the middle of the season, which really didn't help us and did affect our form. But ultimately, what can you do? All great players will go through a drought at some point in the season or even in the career. So, we can't. I didn't understand all the slack he got, especially after the Man City game. Yes, it was really frustrating him missing that chance, but it wasn't just down to him, the fact we lost. It was the team performance as a whole. But unfortunately, he was kind of used as a bit of a scapegoat in that game, which was not nice at all. DNM also says, we're not getting Mbappe anyway. He's already signed for PSG for next season. It was in the deal for last season. Yeah, obviously, obviously these contracts, do contracts mean that much? That's the thing. That's what you've got to ask yourself. I mean, David Moyes on a 6-year contract with United, got sacked within 8 months. So, our contract's worth more, especially with the money floating around with football, our contract's worth more. We're seeing more and more these days, people not honouring their contract, people leaving the club, with 2 years left in their contract, because clubs can afford to pay the fees to get them out of their contract. So, I don't know. Matthew Jones said, do you think Mourinho needs to change his philosophy, or do we need to put the blame on the players? Very, very good question. For me, first of all, I want to say I'm 100% Jose Mourinho in. I think he's definitely the right manager to take Man United forward, for me. I think his philosophy can be very frustrating at times, especially when you see it playing out in games. The sideways passing, very boring, build-up play. But I think ultimately, throughout the season, most of the time, we were getting the results. Beating Liverpool, beating Chelsea, beating Arsenal, beating Spurs. Obviously, they're all at home, and we've had a fantastic home record last season. But, obviously beating Man City away as well. So, I think, we definitely, have had a good record last season. It's just the way that he plays is quite boring to a lot of fans and to me as well. The last few games, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, was diabolical. It really was. The play was shocking. Was that because the players are focusing more on the World Cup, or the players were winding down a bit so he didn't get injured? Who knows? But I do think the players need to take some responsibility. Jose, all he can do is set up a team he thinks will win the game, give them the tactics. They have to go out there and perform. And if they don't perform, it seems that the manager gets the stick for it, which I don't really agree too much with that. I don't know, but there you go. As I said, you guys have your say. Leave your thoughts in the live chat on that. Are you Jose Mourinho in? Are you Jose Mourinho out? Is Jose the problem, or are the players the problem? DLM says Jose's the problem. He needs to change. We have the players to attack, not defend, like Jose likes. Well, yeah, we do have a lot of attacking talent. There's no doubt about that. Rashford, Lukaku, Sanchez, Martial, Pogba, Lingard, Mata. Loads of attacking talent in the squad. And Jose Mourinho does seem to kind of put defending over attacking, getting the result over the quality and the excited and the quality of play. Which again, I'm not sure if you guys agree with that. I'm not sure I agree with that. But I think ultimately, if it wins you trophies, then everyone's smiling, everyone's happy. We get the trophy. Everyone forgets about the dire football we played. But in that FA Cup final, if we'd won that, I think people wouldn't beat Jose out. But the fact that we played that way and we lost the final, I think switched a few, clicked a few switches in a few people's minds that, this isn't winning us trophies necessarily. It's not always going to win us trophy, which I don't know. Matthew Jones, I think it's Jose. I think that Jose is the problem. We have world-class talent that's not used, and it seems that so many players are wasted in the United shirt. Well, yeah, I think there are some players. Obviously, Martial. A lot of people say that Jose Mourinho is and the signing of Alexis Sanchez is responsible for the demise of Anthony Martial. And in some ways you can definitely see that. Obviously, Martial been getting less and less game time since Alexis Sanchez joined the club. So I think you could make a strong case for the fact that Jose Mourinho has potentially ruined a few players. But I do think some of these players have to step up themselves, and when they get given the opportunity, perform. But yes, Matthew Jones says, when Jose came out with a comment of playing players in the World Cup, his priority is all wrong. I can't get my head around it. Well, yeah, I agree, mate. I definitely agree with that. Nicholas says, Jose needs to be given time. He has to undo what Moyes and Louis van Gaal did. He made us defensively strong, and now he'll make us free-flowing attacking-wise. He builds from the back and right mid, and into scored. Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's done it at previous clubs. He's got a proven track record. There's no doubt about it, and that is why Man United got him, because he's got that proven track record. He's got the trophy background. He is a serial winner, and that is what United needed after Louis van Gaal and David Moyes. So ultimately, I think he is the right man to take us forward, and obviously he is going to get the next season at Manchester United, no doubt about that. We've already seen him, implementing signings and things like that, so he's definitely not going to get sacked. But I do think he's the right man. He needs to be given time, and after next season, once he's brought in all the players he has, then I think we can judge him. Then I think we can say, I'm not sure you're the right man if we are unsuccessful. Welcome PJ7, welcome Syrianch as well. Welcome guys, thanks for joining. If you aren't already, please leave a like, really would appreciate it. PJ7 says, be sure to check out my recent vid out guys, took ages to make. Yeah, I agree, I watched it. I think it was the This Is Football. It really was a fantastic video, so go check out PJ7's channel as well. But yeah, DLM says, don't just be on my stream for 3 minutes and then go. The mod job is to be on the stream all the time. Yeah, if you want to go check out DLM streams, great streams, go check them out. Link in the description down below. Syrian says, thoughts on the FIFA 19 trailer? I haven't actually seen it, mate. I've got to say, I haven't actually seen it. I will probably watch it after this video, now that you mention it, but I haven't actually seen the trailer. So, yeah, I'll probably check it out. But I'm not sure if I will be buying FIFA 19. It might hedge on this trailer, you never know. DLM says, my content has massively improved. I've been working every day to make my channel the best it can be. Well, aren't we all? Aren't we all trying to make our content the best? And hopefully you guys do enjoy it. Oh no, you made another one. Well, I'll obviously go and check that out as well. Go and check that one out as well. If you haven't already. As I said. Also, guys, we have just hit 335 subscribers, which is brilliant. Thank you very much for subscribing. And just, if you want to, share it around on your social medias. Share the channel around in your communities. Be absolutely superb. If you want to do that, I'm not forcing you, but if you love the channel, share it around on your social medias, things like that. It really does make a difference. And you guys make a difference as well to the channel. But Matthew Jones says, although I do believe that Jose is trying to mould a team that fits his philosophy, at Chelsea it took him 2 years, although it's a much bigger task than United for sure. Well, yeah, I think at Chelsea I think they had a decent kind of spell of success, really, you could argue, before Jose Mourinho came. And I think the damage that Louis van Gaal and David Moyes had done at Manchester United before Jose Mourinho came, I think wasn't the same amount of damage as the other managers has done. And you know, Jose Mourinho was able to inherit quite a few decent players. But you know, at Man United, Mourinho inherited the players, you know, an aging squad to say the least. So ultimately, I think Jose Mourinho, the Man United task is almost a poison chalice in a way. Unless you get it absolutely spot on, you always have your critics, you always have people moaning. So it's very, very hard to get the job done. But I do think he's the right man for the job, no question. DLM says, I saw the FIFA 19 trailer. I didn't understand why Ronaldo spoke Portuguese or Spanish when he can speak English. Well, obviously he is Portuguese. So, you know, I don't know, maybe because it's kind of an international trailer, he can speak in Portuguese, and you know, it's not that bad. Matthew Jones has 11 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. And as he says, let's get to 15 likes if you haven't already. That'd be superb. Thank you very much. Dylan says he can speak English, so I thought they would make Ronaldo speak English for English edition, and then for people in Spain who speak his language. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think international players like to speak the language of their origin. I mean, you wouldn't want to have to go to a foreign country and speak, you know, a different language. So I think, yeah, I think it's unfair to ask other people, like other foreign players, to kind of speak speak English when it's not their native language. Because if you said, oh yeah, you have to speak French in this, when your French is nowhere near as good as your English, then you wouldn't be too happy. Surans, yeah, he says, I guess it makes it more authentic, him to speak in his native language, yeah. Obviously, he can convey his feelings and things like that through his native language better, you know, yeah, through his language rather than English. Nicholas says, got to go, cheers. Thanks for joining, Nicholas. Thanks for joining, mate. Appreciate it. Really do appreciate it, mate. And yeah, see you around, pal. See you around. Matthew Jones says, how much would Everton have to offer United for us to be tempted for Lindelof to make the move? Well, obviously Marco Silva just been named the new Everton manager. He apparently has been looking at Victor Lindelof as a potential signing. And I'm not sure, I mean, there's talks of a potential loan move to Everton or even a cash deal. But I don't think we would be stupid enough to let go Victor Lindelof after signing him for one season. I think we would not be stupid enough to let him go, surely. So, there we go. Oh, cheers, DLM. Really appreciate it, mate. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. DLM says 500 mil, yeah. I doubt any club in the world would say 500 mil for Victor Lindelof. But there we go. Also, I said I was going to touch on the Marcus Rashford to Newcastle deal. Welcome, Crazy Beast of Gaming, by the way. Welcome to stream. Thanks for joining. Leave a like if you haven't already, pal. Appreciate it. Yeah, I will touch on the Marcus Rashford to Newcastle deal, which has sort of come up recently. Now, a few newspapers have been reporting that Marcus Rashford loan deal to Newcastle, which for me is just another episode of bullshit bingo, and I think two fat ladies have come up. And to be honest with you, Marcus Rashford, I don't think he's going to be leaving to Newcastle. Now, I think this rumour comes a lot with the fact that a few pundits and a few experts have been saying that Marcus Rashford, you know, if he wants to further his career, he needs regular game time. Similar to what you guys were saying about Victor Lindelof. And if he's definitely going to get that game time, Premier League experience, at Newcastle, and apparently Newcastle are lining up a loan deal. I think that's completely preposterous to me. And I mean, if he did go to Newcastle, obviously on loan, he would not be able to play against Manchester United, and I don't think he would want to play against Manchester United. But I get the feeling that he's very comfortable at United. Even though he's not being started every single game, he does seem to feature in most games he played. Featured in most games he played last season, around 50 odd games. So I think Marcus Rashford is happy where he is. He's got a lot of friends there, and he's very comfortable. So, trust me, I would not worry about Marcus Rashford leaving Manchester United in the summer. So that's that rumour done and dusted. If you've got anything to say on that, leave it in the comment section or in the live chat as well. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Also, I am going to I have set up a fantasy I have set up a Fantasy World Cup League. Now, obviously, you know what the Fantasy Premier League is with obviously the Premier League football. They've set one up for the World Cup. All you need to do is download an app, create your team, and then the team code is going to be on my Twitter. So if you haven't already, if you haven't got a Twitter account, create a Twitter account. Follow me on left this summer. Except for 1 or 2 games, he hasn't even been too bad. He deserves another chance, in my opinion. Well, you echo the opinion of a lot of people in the live chat tonight, and I totally agree. I think Lindelof, in his first game against Huddersfield, he got put in a very tricky position. Probably wasn't expecting to play in the game. Got thrown in there away from home at Huddersfield. A difficult place to go for an opposition defender. So, I think obviously he made a few mistakes here and there. And, a lot of the fans turned on him. But I thought when he started to get into his groove, he did fantastically. And, I really do respect him as a defender. I think he's a good defender. Good young prospect for the future. And I really hope he does have a future at Manchester United. And we don't just get rid of him. I really do hope that. Matthew Jones says, Marcus Rashford is a red. It seems like bullshit to me. Exactly. 100% agree, Matthew. 100% agree. It's absolute bullshit. Really is. Yes, guys, leave a like if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. And as I said, subscribe to not only my channel if you haven't already, but all the channels in the description down below for more Manchester United content. Also, I will be setting up my, I will be starting to do World Cup content. Obviously, the World Cup roundup I will be doing on this channel. I was thinking of maybe making a new channel, but I thought no, I'm going to do it on this channel. The World Cup roundup for you guys, and it's going to be epic. An epic summer of football. Also, if you have just joined, I have set up my own World Cup Fantasy League as well. On my Twitter, it's a league code and things like that. Oh, what a time. 9:30, is it? 9:30. So we've been going for about half an hour, I believe. I haven't even checked what the stream looks like. Oh dear. Well, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm lagging or not now. I'm not sure if I'm lagging or not. I don't know. I've just seen the stream health and it keeps going different. So I do apologise if I am lagging. I do apologise. But yeah, I mean, Matthew, I probably won't be taking calls tonight, buddy. I've just looked at the stream health and it's kind of flashing, kind of green. Green, red and that. I will definitely, I tell you what, in my next stream, I will definitely be taking calls. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Also, if I do it on a hangout, Matthew, I'll get you on like we did for our last stream. DLM says, it looks like everyone's happy at Man United except Fellaini, which is perfect. Obviously, yeah, another story which has come on, Marwan Fellaini possibly leaving Manchester United. With Fellaini is an interesting one. Speaking of Fellaini, welcome Rodney, welcome to the stream. I was watching his stream, I think it was yesterday, when he was talking about Fellaini. So I loved it. He said that Fellaini was wearing the Where's Wally top. He's nowhere to be seen. He's nowhere to be seen. I totally agree with that. I love that. But yeah, as I said, if you want to go check out Rodney's channel as well, some great content, great debates, go and check it out. But yeah, Marwan Fellaini, very, very interesting player. Now, obviously he is with Belgium for the World Cup, as you guys all know. And it does look like he's holding Manchester United to ransom. Now, there's speculation over whether Jose Mourinho wants to offer him a new contract at Manchester United. I think it does look like he's going to run out his contract and he will leave. In my opinion, I think he will leave Manchester United. I think that... I just don't see him staying after all the things that have happened. And I think the fans would be very disappointed if he did stay. Now, in my opinion, I actually think that Fellaini can provide something good up front. When he's right up front, causing problems for defenders, that's no problem for me. But when he's in the midfield, he's just too slow. He's too slow. He's the symbol of what all Man United fans hate about kind of our slow midfield. The fact that his technical ability on the ball isn't great, and he's in the midfield, he slows it down. But I think when he's up front, as we've seen, since he's come to the club, he can provide a threat in the box, causing problems, getting his elbows into other players. And I think that is where his best position is. Ronnie here says Lindelof, if he doesn't make it, then it's another signing. Jose has moved on quickly. Yeah, Well, I mean, that's true, obviously. But I mean, I do think that Lindelof deserves another chance. But you know, I definitely agree he deserves another chance. Oh shit! Oh, so I do apologise, guys, if the screen is freezing. I do apologise for that. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it was fine before, and now it's just not. You know, the highs and lows of technology is great. The highs and lows of technologies is fantastic. And I do apologise if my voice is like, because sometimes a lag can make my voice a bit weird or whatever. Yeah, I do apologise. I'm gonna have a look at it. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. This laptop, I've got to say, is not the best. It's not the best at all. So, as I said, do really apologise if there is lag. I do apologise for it. I can't help it. But anyway. Oh dear. So, we were just getting to the good part as well. Technology has to ruin the fun, doesn't it? Technology has to ruin fun. Jeez. Hold on a second. If I just do that. No, I can't. Nothing's working. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, it says it's using a lot of my CPU as well. Anyway, we're going to carry on. And if it's still lagging, I do apologise. I might have to stream. I might have to end the stream a bit early. I do apologise. If it's going to keep lagging like this, I feel like the quality of the stream has to prevail, because I don't want it to be, you know, awful. But yeah, no, it's a good point you made there, Ronnie. Obviously, Jose Mourinho does seem to be that kind of manager who, yeah, he does seem to be that kind of manager who seems to, you know, he's cutthroat. He's definitely cutthroat. He's one of those people who he'll put a player in the team. We've seen it with the likes of Martial and Rashford. He'll put a player in the team. If they don't perform, you know, he'll take them straight out. And he's a manager with very little room for error for players, which I don't know if you agree with that or disagree with that, but I don't know. As I said, your show, leave your thoughts in the live chat as always. Ricky says, well, Mourinho will be trying to convince the board to offer Fellaini a 600k a week contract, more valuable than Sanchez. To be fair, not sure, but he probably scored more goals than Sanchez. Well, I mean, to be fair, he's been at United a lot more than Alexis Sanchez, and no doubt about that. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously, Jose Mourinho does seem to absolutely love Fellaini, but I just think I do not want to see him play in that midfield. And I think it's a step in the right direction that we've got, you know, that we've got Fred in the midfield. And it looks like Fellaini will not be participating in our midfield, I don't think, anyway. But if he does, if Fellaini's lining up for next season, then I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's happened. If we're making the kind of signings like Fred, linked with Milinkovic-Savic as well, already got Pogba, Matic, Herrera. I mean, how can we be starting Fellaini in midfield? Matthew Jones says, no worries, Kieran. Cheers, mate. DLM says, that's the reason why probs get to 100k subs, because I have a multi-fan channel, and plus, it's total football, so I'll be doing a lot of World Cup watch-longs, so I can't wait. Yeah, if you want to go check out DLM's channel, link in the description down below. We'll be doing the World Cup content. Rodney says Fellaini will probably stay. Obviously, I think he'll leave. Rodney goes with Fellaini will probably stay. I mean, you know what? I could see both ways happening. I just think if Fellaini did stay, I think it would be a mistake by the club. I think it really would. You know, especially, you know, the fact that Fellaini is definitely not one of the most popular players at the club, to say the least. I think if we were doing a rank of the most popular players at Man United, Fellaini would probably be, you know, towards the bottom. So I don't know. Apparently, just leave it. Oh god, is it lagging that much? I don't know. Right, yeah, I might just leave it, lads. I might just leave it. If it is lagging too much, I might just leave it, guys. I do apologise. Matthew Jones says, I think we need a world-class winger. Thoughts on that? Obviously, Gareth Bale has been linked with United. I love Bale in. Griezmann as well. And Mbappe has been recently linked as well. So, yeah. Yeah, also, so guys, if you think I should just leave it for tonight, if the stream's lagging too much, put 1 in the chat. I know it's a bit of a childish way to do it, but it's the only way. If you think it's lagging too much, just put 1 in the chat, and I'll know if it's lagging too much, and then I can just end it, because I'm not sure if it is. I can't see the stream properly. Actually, I can check it on my phone, can't I? But yes, if I do have to end the stream early, it's been a great stream, I've got to say. Oh dear. Hold on, let me just have a look. He is so far away. Right, guys. I mean, I'm guessing you can hear my voice. I'm not sure. I mean, I've checked on there. It looks like you can hear my voice, but it seems like the screen is just absolutely fixed. It's just fixed on my face, which is not great. But yeah, if you are still watching and are still listening and can still hear my voice, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm probably gonna end it here. I've decided, you know what, enough's enough. The torment is, you know, I don't know if you guys are enjoying it or not because my face is frozen, things like that. I will try and get this sorted. Mark my words. Mark my words. But as I said, if you can still hear my voice, thank you so much for tuning in. Really does mean a lot to me. Please leave a like if you haven't already. That'd be superb. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Check out Rodney's channel. Check out United Lads as well. Check out DLM75. Link in the description down below. And I do apologise, Rodney. Your link's not in the description, but I will definitely put it in the future. But yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you can hear my voice still, I do appreciate it. If you can't, then this is a bit of a waste of time. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Cheers. Oh, it's so far behind, that's why. It's literally so...